Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. What's going on? Let's get into this situation and let's talk about Tamar. Get your life. Like, Lord have mercy. Ooh, wee. You can't teach a old dog new tricks. And you can't teach someone that is already set in stone in what they believe and what they want. You can't change them. Either you join them or you leave. Straight up and down. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation. Ooh, this is going to be crazy, baby. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be off the chain. Incognito news. What's up? What's going on? Bounce, 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 baby. I hear you, girl. I hear you. So yeah, this is a crazy situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down. So Tamar is basically trying to change her life and make some money, get some coin, get back on TV, make some music, blase in the third, and she's doing it all alone. She don't got her sister, she don't got Vince, she don't, people ain't there that usually support her, ain't there no more. Now, they could not be there anymore because of Tamar's, choosing, or they just hashed it out and they ain't cool no more. Sometimes family goes through ups and downs. And yes, she is by herself right now. That's how she feels. She feels all alone. Like, Lord have mercy, what's going on with this situation? And David, he is stuck in his ways. He ain't gonna change. A man that won't give in to your reaching, the climax of your lifetime as far as having revelations and basically changing and, trying something outside of medicine, something outside of the norm that you are used to. And if he ain't down with that, and basically he's people telling him, oh, it's voodoo, blase, and a third, like, that's too much. If you are open and you're a free spirit, you can't be with a person like that. The shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen because you believe one way, he believes another way, and he's gonna follow his traditions and the way that he was raised and blase and a third, and that's how he's gonna do it. So he's gonna look at what you doing crazy. And if you have changed for him and you changed yourself, you changed around your attitude and basically being a better woman for this guy that you're with, Tamar, he's gonna think that you're gonna change on this instance, in this situation. And Tamar, she done had her dream and all this other stuff. She said she jumped out the car, baby. I was like, you jumped out the car because you was in the car with the wrong person and you saved yourself and you woke up because the incident that took place with Tamar and David, they were driving in a car. He was driving fast, and then she's talking about, she was going off the cliff with, Tyler Perry and Blase the third. What's up, Ralph? What's up, Henderson? What's up, B-Stroke? What's up, Christy? What's up, Deuce? DeMarcus, Mama? What's going on, Ralph? What's going on, my peep squad? Oh, so with the situation with Tamar, and that situation when she had that dream, that was a dream about her and David and them having that altercation in the car, baby. And it was her inside herself telling her she need to go, she need to leave, she need to go, she need to go get help. And then on top of that, she was being dropped off at a mental institution, Lord have mercy, to get some mental help. You can tell that she wants to change, she wants the help, she want all that, but it's hard for her to get outside of herself to get it. But she has to look within, and then everything that's been around her for years has only not really helped her to actually look within, because there was always somebody around doing something for her. There's always somebody around helping her. There's always somebody here, always somebody there. And now she has to do it on her own. And then she wanted that comfortability of having a guy like David. David represented money. He represented wealth. Oh, he got so much structure. He's good with his family. He's, him and his family are close. They're tight. He's a businessman. What is he driving? He's driving a Rolls Royce 2013, baby. I ain't got one of them. She is still taking medication. Yes. Yup. Because on the episode when she was supposed to go downstairs and meet the lady, to help her with her dreams, she said, I got to take my medication first. So yes, she's still on medication. So there's some issues. You know what I mean? There's definitely some issues too as well. But when you are vulnerable and you're in a vulnerable state and you're looking outside of yourself to get help, and you look at the person that you are with to have their values and their qualities and almost emulate them too as well and want their support, it's only gonna crash and fail. Because at the end of the day, you got to be your own. You got to be your own you. You got to be happy within you. You got to be happy within the relationship. You know, it is good to compromise, but you can't change your whole self for somebody else. If you feel like the free spirit, the free will to do these things to help better yourself, and your partner is in disagreement with, he can be in a disagreement with it. You know, as long as he don't stop you and try to tell you, oh no, you can't do this, I don't think this is gonna happen. She ain't no child. You didn't have her. Like, what's going on with that situation? Like, too much. It's good hearing your voice. Oh, thank you so much, Hickerson. I appreciate that. My peoples, Mary Jane, what's up? My phone is about to go out. Gotta recharge. Okay, virtuous woman, what's going on? Hey, y'all. I remember when she shaved her head bald. I thought she had issues then. Oh, yes, she did. That's the coming to Jesus moment when they shave their head. So let's get into the episode. Let's talk about the situation. I'm going on and on and on and on. So with the situation with Tamar and David, because, you know, she mentioned Vince, and then coming to find out that, you know, David does not want Vince in her house, and he doesn't want Vince dropping off Logan. That's his son. That, you know, it's just like, at a certain, okay, sometimes when you're in your 20s or you're in your teens and things like that, but once you're a grown adult, you have to trust your partner to know that there's nothing going on. It's no disrespect, but maybe in David culture, he feels like it's disrespect. And maybe some men feel like, oh, if your baby daddy or your ex-husband come to the crib to drop off their child, that's a problem. You should be rejoicing in the co-parenting too of two black parents that are able to compromise and, you know, take care of Logan the best way that they can. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy, what's going on with this situation? So Tamar, she ends up talking to Mona, and basically it was almost like, you know, a beg type of situation, you know, help me situation. And it's like she's in the lion's den too as well, because, you know, she's on familiar territory, but she's not really on familiar territory. But that whole conversation that went down between Mona and Tamar, I have already discussed that because they already showed this before. So I'm going to have the link in the description box. And also, if you go to my community wall, you'll see the video and I dissect that whole conversation. But moving on from that situation, we got David. David was like, oh, I'm a finance guy. I don't want to be on TV. I don't want to be behind. I don't want to be on the cameras. But I'm doing this for Tamar because I'm supporting her. You know, I got her back. Blase the third. And he's happy for Tamar. He wants to be there for Tamar. Blase the third. But, baby, you are on the cameras, baby. You are on Instagram. You on the Shade Room. You on YouTube. You everywhere. You want some of that fame, some of that shine. And that's okay, too, as well. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons and you're with this woman for the wrong reasons, that's a problem. Now, if you want fame and you want success, you got to take it any way it comes, and you can't change the game in the midst of playing the game. You want to be on TV, you with Tamar, you know, she's beneficial to you, you're beneficial to her in certain ways too as well, so you help each other out, that's fine. But when you play that game, you can't be in the midst of the game and then try to change it, talk about, oh, I look bad on TV, oh, I look this, I look that, blasting the third, and you're getting upset and all this commotion going on because of this TV show. You got to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm sure Tamar done told you. I'm sure you did your research. I'm sure you know, baby. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy. Tamar's really going through it. I just find it ironic that all of this David has been in the media this week. He has. Hey, what's up, Christy? What's going on? A lot of these celebrities have issues. Yo, Ralph, come on, baby. Did you see what I saw in this episode? Shit. Tamar needs a special type of man. She needs a special type of man that understands a woman in her predicament. She needs a man that understands that she don't get along with her family. She got sisters. They go back to back. He gotta understand that, you know, she was spoiled. She was the baby. And she likes things a certain way, and she can kind of joke with you, and sometimes the joking can get serious. or she's going to, make her own decision at one point in time to do something that maybe you don't want her to do. Like, she need a special type of man. She need a special type of man, baby. A special type of man. There's always someone out there for somebody, but yeah, she needs a special, because she got a whole lot going on in her head. She got a whole lot going on up in that head of hers, and you can tell that she's in confusion. You can tell that she wants this, she want to do it, but her own self is holding her back. The issues that she went through as a young woman, the issues that she went through as an adult, the issues that happened to her as a child, and then the things that went down with her sisters, went down with Vince, went down with just people, period, went down with the real, all that shit is eating her right now. Whether she was bad in certain instances or whether she was good, but it's eating her up and it's holding her back. And it's almost like that scene. Do you guys remember Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, where Monique was in the studio and she was supposed to be singing, and Brooke Valentine was there, and Monique, she couldn't sing and all of a sudden she had a panic attack and she had to leave in an ambulance. That's the same thing that happened to Tamar when her voice went away. It's the nerves. It's just feeling like you can't do it, feeling like you're being judged, feeling like, oh, no, nobody want to hear what I gotta say. She probably hear all the no's and all the negative things that was said in her head. Said to her, and she's replaying them, and she got them on repeat in her head, and that's what's blocking her from being able to do the things that she want to do. She believes in herself, but she's not hungry like she used to be. That hunger and that fight has been removed from her for a little bit, but you can tell she still got fight in her because she's doing this show. She still got the fight in her, but she's a special type of woman to deal with. Like, she ain't gonna be easy. She got a whole lot going on, but when she love you, she gonna love you hard, and she gonna say, whatever I got is yours. And that's why David feels so comfortable in saying, oh, this is my house, when it's not his damn house. Damn well he don't pay no rent, or he don't pay the mortgage over there, Blase the third. He feels like it's his house. He can tell her that Vince can't be up in her house. Like, Vince is gonna be here. Vince was here before you, and he's gonna be here after you, straight up and down. So, and then she opened up her platform as far as when it comes to, wanting to be a talk show host, doing an Instagram live, talking, doing all these couple interviews and things like that, especially in the beginning of the pandemic. She invited him into that world. He started his own pages and things like that. He didn't do a lot of promoting. I know he probably thought that it was going to get there once he do this show. People will be coming to his Instagram, his YouTube channel, and things like that. But he was taking it slow. He was basing that turkey slow. He was basing Tamar slow, baby. B-stroke. He was stroking Tamar slow, and how he was going to get into the mix too as well. But like I say, at the end of the day, whoever you with, there's got to be some way you benefit from each other, whether it's financial, mental, but you have to benefit from one another. That's what makes a couple so strong and so good, because you're getting something out of each other. So, and this time and point, Tamar and, David, they're having a good time. She's liking Mona. She thinking Mona's cool. Mona's a good person. And, he's like, you don't make friends well. You don't make friends easy. You don't have friends like that. And she was like, I know I don't. And that says something about herself, too, that she can't keep friends. That says, she shut people out. She closed people out. She don't trust people. And she's letting David in. So she let David in and gave him all that trust. And her family's on a back burner, and that's why her family probably ain't coming to her rescue right now, because you chose this man to be here, there, and everywhere with you. And what are we? What are we, scum? So you got that situation. So she was like, I know I come with a lot of baggage, and she is aware that she comes with baggage, and so David did know she comes with baggage, but David probably believed that, I'm going to do this with her. We're going to talk about God. We're going to talk about Jesus. We're going to talk about the good things. We're going to do this. This is how you be successful. This is how you do that. It was more of a teaching thing and taking someone in needs. He basically took in a lost puppy, when it came to Tamar and her mental aspect of what she was going through and feeling alone, not trusting her sisters, not wanting to be around her family, not having them to depend on, not having any friends. So now everything has been with this guy David. So David was like, yo, I got clay in my hand, I got putty in my hand, and He thought it was going to be all right. But, you know, when you wake up, that spirit in you wake up. That spirit. Hey, Rashida Power, what's going on? Hey, Lake Shia Barnes, what's going on? So I'm just like, So basically, she comes with the baggage. He knows, but he also thought that he can change her. And she was changing probably a lot for him in different things and aspects. But now the biggest thing is he going to change for her? And that's allowing her to have that spiritual or that dream worker, and basically throwing it down the toilet, tell her she can't do this. Who are you to tell somebody what they can't do or can't do? You have your religion, let her have her religion, let her have her spirituality. What you mean it's the devil? Like, that is just too much, you know. When people, that's too much for me, I gotta run. I gotta run. And when you are too in depth in something that is too much, it's just too much, where you can't let somebody else live their free will because of your religion, that's a whole lot. And so now let's see if he's going to bend for Tamar and let her do the things that she needs to do, because I guarantee you she bent over backwards to please this man. Because if Tamar didn't bend over backwards to please him, he would have been gone, because he sold her that dream. I'm everything. I can make your life change, baby. You thought you had goodness before, but I'm going to be great. And then he manifests that in his behavior through God, which Tamar is a child of God. So shit, it's crazy. So anyway, so he was like, you know, little Logan likes David, they get along, everything's cool, blase and a third, but you know, it just seems weird. And Tamar basically is trying to hold it down. She got this spiritual or dream advisor, and there's no sex, there's no drinking, and she can't have sex for 45 days. Listen, I know any man would be upset and be mad too as well when, you know, you tell your man that you can't give him no nook for 45 days. That's a problem, and no man is going to be happy with that situation. But if you look at Tamar and you are Tamar's man, you're going to be like, you really do need the help. Like, we can see you need the help. So you know what? This going to help you. Then use it. Then take it. Do it. Because she needs the help. Like, she's taking medication. The altercation that they got into was going to a mental health facility. So she needs the help. So you be supportive with anybody that you love, and let them try something different. What if it does help? What if she becomes this? What if everything works out? Yes, and Tracy is still married. The rest of them been divorced. I agree with you. Okay, I'm trying to read your comments. Die hard, Kristen, but tripping over the fact she was doing. I know. Oh, you right there, Power, right there. Facts. A die hard, Kristen, but yet you still having, you know, you still being intimate, and that is fornicating, right? That's fornicating. I believe it's fornicating. Don't let me start. We're trying to quote the Christian religion. So yeah, so with this situation, so it's a great point. She can't go get spiritual help and concentrate on her dreams. And it's like with her dreams and reading her dreams, it's within her. She's not praying to anybody. She's not worshiping anybody. She's asking herself for the answer when she has a dream. So how is it of the devil when you're looking to you for the answer? And if you're a Christian, what does it say? God lives in you. So if you're going inside of yourself to get the answer, that means the answer is from God, right? If you're a Christian, because God lives in you, right? So I don't know. So we got that situation. So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. So she's happy about it. She gonna try it. She gonna see what's good. She's gonna see. But then she get to the studio. She's with Jay White. She don't know what to do. Now she's nervous because she doesn't have Vince. And you know, it's the first time for her to record an album of music that she writes or that she's gonna put together without Vince. And it's a difficult situation. And she also tells, you know, the producer that, you know, I don't know. It's hard. Like, do people really want to hear me sing? Do they really want to hear me? Do they want anything from me? He was like, yes, they do. I don't know what they want, but they want to hear something from you. And so basically he was like, we can make the best R&B self help jams ever. We can have a musical ceremony, baby. You know, he's trying his best to uplift Tamar, but look at him and his situation with Tamar. It's a difficult situation working with her because it's not like she's coming into the studio. I haven't been in the studio in 3 years or 4 years. I'm hungry. Let's get this shit. First, he got to deal with her psychologically and then comfort her and then make her feel good almost if Tamar is a child. So you can tell that she's a very hurt woman. And you can tell that she's been battered, and everything that's bad is happening to that has ever happened to her. She's reliving the moments each and every day in her head. And to try to get rid of that, she tried to focus on something else. But one of the things that she do love is to sing. But she feels like if she sings, it's joy to her, and it's something that she enjoys doing. But she don't believe that she should be happy, you know, because with the situation with David, you know, he would have been, he is a handsome black man, in my opinion. Oh, Jay White, yes he is, girl. Yes he is. Jay White got it going on, baby. You see them beautiful ass teeth in his mouth? Them teeth is beautiful. Shut up, Vince is Logan's dad. I'm not sure. Why, y'all, she like them ugly men. I didn't see what you said, Ralph. She likes them ugly men. I got a best friend like that. Y'all are too funny. So, you know, so he's sitting here and he got to pamper her. He got to do everything to get her to get some music out. Once he get the music out of her, she don't even like the music. And now, you know, she's coming down with my voice don't work. I'm hoarse. Basically removing herself from what she wants to do because she's afraid to do it. She's timid to do it. She's hungry, but she's not hungry like she was. She's defeated in so many words where, you know, if you give somebody a chance that working with Jay White like that, that's a renowned, you know, producer. Like he's all over this world. People know his work. People know what he do. They know when you mess with him, you're gonna get good music all day. And he's a good guy too as well. But look what he has to go through to try to work with Tamar. And then he comes to her house and then she can't sing. She's hoarse and everything. And she's telling him, I got all these issues. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I can sit here. Maybe I did this. Maybe I need that. So she's already has so many trials and tribulations that she got to get through just to get to her dreams. Just to get what she wants, because she is fighting herself. She is fighting herself. She's fighting her happiness. She's fighting everything. She needs to let everything go and depend on her. She never really depended on her totally. And now she has to, and she don't know what that looked like anymore. She has no idea what that looked like. And, you know, she don't have anybody, she doesn't feel like she has anybody in her corner because she feels like her sisters and everybody done turned on her. And the only person that she, and Vince done turned on her. She don't got no female friends like that where she can sit down and talk to and have a conversation with her, anything else like that. And she's basically putting all her eggs in a basket when it comes to David, and that could be too much for him to handle. And maybe that could be why he feels that he can tell her whether Vince could be in and out her house or not, whether he can tell her that, oh no, you cannot work with this dream worker at all, especially they ain't married. And just like Powell said, they still fornicating. They still doing the nasty. So who are you to say one sin is worse than the other? Because you're sinning right now. You've been sinning. But yet, something that to actually help her. Now, it's the problem is the problem that he don't want her to work with her, because this lady's actually can help her figure out her dreams and what she's actually trying to convey to herself that maybe will awaken her, and he might lose his control over Tamar if she gets that control back. But when Tamar described that dream of jumping out the car at the last minute, that was her jumping out the car, jumping out of David's car when they got into that altercation. That's exactly what happened. He came in the disguise of Tyler Perry or someone can do this and do that. But at the end of the day, he wasn't, and he was going down a hill just like David was speeding. And, you know, they survived, and luckily nothing happened to them. Like, Lord have mercy, like, what's going on? And so she tells David about, not having sex, not drinking, not smoking. I don't know if Tamar smokes, but she was telling the the dream worker, something like the smoke, like what type of smoke. Was there smoke in the studio when you was with Jay White, or do Tamar smoke? I was confused on that, so I don't know if she this Delise may be thinking about Monique. Oh, for real. The net worth might have made him more handsome to her. Virtuous woman, Lord have mercy. Barnes, Tamar ain't that damn busy, la. When she first started the show, she seemed really happy. The reason why everything is in her head. All the shit is in her head. Like, everything is in her head. Everything, all that stuff is in her head, where she is not progressing like she wants to progress at this stage, because she just won Big Brother. So that tell you right there that she got what it takes. She can do it. She can outsmart people. She can think. She can, be very wise too as well, because she outsmarted everybody and won that show. And she was the first Black woman to win Big Brother too as well. And if she can let everything outside of her go and focus on the inside, and knowing that she's just enough and she can do it, that people want to hear, people like her, she is phenomenal, but you have to believe that about yourself, and she doesn't at this time and point. And David helps her with, feeling good, because sometimes you just need somebody to feel good with, and he's helping her feel good. And basically, but he's not here in this situation. He's not down for the situation. He was like, what, no sex? Are you serious? He goes to her, how important is this to you? She goes, from 1 to 12, how important is it to you? And she goes, from 1 to 12 or 1 to 10, she said, it's 100. He goes, well, sex to me is important, 102. So like you said, Powell, he's worried about sex, right? But he's worried about her working with the dream worker. Why? How is it a sin for her working with a dream worker? That's what I don't understand. How is it a sin? How is it of the devil? He don't even know. He just making this shit up in his head, because he knows that if Tamar finds the answer within her, that she is enough, that she is the answer, she might look at him and say, you know what? This ain't gonna happen. But she did anyway. She jumped out the car. How ironic is that shit? Hey, Linnell, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. For real, for real. Hey, Sanders, what's going on with you? What's going on, Barbara? I don't know who I'm missing, but what's up? What's good? What's popping? I'm going to come back and read all the comments. And so David basically said, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think this is going to go down. I don't know about this dream worker. I don't know about that. What you mean you don't know about that? How can you control her in that aspect where she has to get permission from you when you are not married, when you are fornicating, when you are not living up to whatever religion standards that you do have, because you're already sinning, and your family know you're sinning, everybody know you're sinning, especially if you're talking about you in religion. But it's okay. I'm like, Lord have mercy, help me with this situation, because he's doing way too much, because he shouldn't have that type of control over her like that, where he can tell her what, if she's trying to do something spiritual, she's trying to do something outside of something different for her to do to better herself, and it doesn't require drugs or medication or anything else like that. Why would you say it's of the devil and say, I don't know if this is going to happen, I don't know if this is going to work, I don't know about that? How can you? So if she wanted to go to the gym, she got to get your permission. If she wanted to go to the market, she got to get your permission. She only can get things on the list that you want. So it's a form of control, because Tamar, I believe at her weakest moment, she has allowed this man to control her. So basically, that's why he's out there speaking for her when she was in the hospital, because he had control. She gave him control. She gave herself to him when she should have been giving herself to herself. And he got caught up. He was like, what? And so now Tamar's over there. She got Jay White. She got the producers at her house. They brought food. They brought everything. They're ready to record. Now her voice don't work because she's nervous, because she's scared, because she don't believe in herself. She hasn't been doing nothing. She wasn't singing. She wasn't practicing because she said she don't like to sing around the house. She don't really hum around the house. None of that. So why is your voice going? You ain't got a cold. You ain't sick. What's good? What's going on? It's her nerves. It's her nerves, point blank, period, that is stopping her, because she's stopping herself from being where she needs to be, because she doesn't believe that she deserves that. And then the nerves, and then the anxiety too as well. So she calls David. David was like, come on, you got it. David was like, what you mean they don't care about your voice? She's like, well, I can't sing. And it's either you can take it as, Tamar voice was not really working, or basically she wanted to get out of this situation. Because Mona said in the beginning of the show, when Tamar don't want to do something, she won't do it. When she walks away, she walks away. Oh, Sanders, oh Lord, you went there, Lord. So she's sitting here, and basically she's telling him that she can't sing. She don't like the music, so she sings a little bit while she's hoarse. To me, I thought it sounded good. They was vibing to it, but Jay, I think his name is Jay White. I'm just gonna call him Jay. So Jay was like, yo, listen, we gotta redo it. And Blase the third, and Tamar was like, I don't like it at all. And then after that, she was like, I can't sing. I can't do no more. I can't do this. Like, I was like, damn. So basically, she was like, I can't do this. And they're like, what? You can't do this? And she was like, nah, I can't do this. This is done. And then she ends up telling the dream work, I think her name is Goldie. She tells her, like, yo, listen, every day of my life, I feel choked. For the last 4 to 5 years, I feel, my nerves coming right to my throat. And so basically blocking her from talking, blocking her from singing, blocking her from doing the things that she want to do, blocking her from talking, blocking her to do the things that she wants to do. And basically she says her nerves. Tamar really needs a lot of help. She needs mad help. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. She does. She needs a lot of help. She needs a lot of help, because even like, you don't play like this. Like, shit, like, whew. She was like, I've been feeling choked. And then the lady was like, you don't have your family. She was like, what, my family? And like, yeah, her sisters ain't there. Ain't nobody there. It's just her and David. And that's how she wanted it. And it is what it is, because she said, her family hurt her. They betrayed her. People betrayed her. WeTV betrayed her, but she went back to WeTV. It is what it is. And basically she said it's just so hard. She can't use her gift, and she wants to use her gift, but she can't. She doesn't have that urge, that hunger where it's either I gotta fight for this. She'd rather just crawl up into a ball and walk away from the situation. Cannot fix it. Nope, she can't. She tried. She tried to fix it. She tried to fix it. And so Tamar basically is telling the people they need to go. Y'all need to get the hell up out my house. I can't sing, so you need to go. Logan comes through, and Logan was like, Mommy, she was telling Logan, Mommy lost her voice. Logan was like, you're pretending. Talking your regular voice. He looked at his mother like, Mom, you playing games. I was like, Lord. And then the cast members, or the people that work with Jay, was actually looking at Logan and just smiling. And so Tamar was like, I can't do nothing. And then producers was like, well, baby, Jay White, he's been trying his best. I mean, look what he got to go through to work with Tamar. Like, it ain't easy. It's a difficult situation. And he's trying his best to get it done, baby. And he probably don't do this for anybody else, but he is on TV, and it is Tamar Braxton. If he can make her a #1 hit, that shit would be crazy, because he's been on the radio, #1 hits that he has produced. And I know he's like, damn. And then he has the soul and the patience of an angel, because he was really trying to just work with Tamar as much as he can. So he packed up his food and his shit, and he bounced with his people. And then Tamar is basically, the producer's like, yo, listen, Tamar, we're booked here till 10. So we're staying here till 10. And then Tamar was like, yo, I can't sing, I can't talk, I can't call a nanny, I can't call my sisters, I can't call Vince, I can't call him to help me out to figure out this album. I can't call nobody. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. And basically, she got to get to that point where it has to be her butt. You have chose this bed too as well for it to be just you, because you can have forgiveness in your heart for your family and let them in and ask for their forgiveness, because you've been out here saying sorry to the world. You know what I mean? Could have said sorry to your sisters and brung their ass up on the show and tell them, cut them in a deal. You know what I mean? If they would do it, but it is what it is. So basically, she's sitting there saying, I can't do shit. I can't do nothing. I can't talk. I can't do nothing. So I don't know why y'all sitting here. And so she was like, I'm going to bed. And she left that man sitting right there and went to bed. I was like, Lord, his name is Jay White. I think he's the producer. I think that's his name. I'm going to just say, I know it's just Jay. I think it's Jay White. Girl, all this tea. Social media, what's going on with you? She's not happy, Linnell. Yes, she ain't. Virtuous woman say that. What did she say? What did Sanders say? Tamar is the big... Oh, Sanders went in, Gossip Girl 20. Hey, what's going on? The buttermilk ain't clean yet. It's all dirty, baby. It's nasty water. You got to throw it out with the bath water. Throw that shit in the backyard or take it somewhere and get rid of it, because it is a mess. She is a con. They both are. Her and David. Oh, shit. That's what Storm said. Storm Goddess. Lord have mercy. Hey, Norris, Tony, what's going on with you? So now we get to this part where she's actually, which we've been talking about throughout this review, is that she's talking about her dream, and she's talking about, it was Tyler Perry in a dream, Blase in the third, which we already just talked about. In the dream, to me, it was the revelation of what's happening now, if you want to say that. And also, to me, I think Tyler Perry represented to her of having someone to support her and take care of her, somebody with, a big figure, a big statue like she used to have, and someone that can make it much easier for her to pursue her dreams, that she want to continue to make music, continue to be on TV, and to be a talk show host too as well. So she needs that help and that assistance. But as she is, deflecting on her dream with Goldie, I don't know her name, just the dream lady. And so as she's with the dream lady doing this, and she's like, oh, there's an interior designer in there, and now I'm going off, I'm wilding out. Basically, her dream is saying that you do too much, you wild out, you go crazy, and you go with the first emotion, which you need to calm down and relax. Now, if you would have heard from the girl and talked to the girl, you'd find out she was the interior, decorator, and then also she was your angel. But sometimes you move too fast and you push away the wrong people, but you keep the wrong people around. So that's a problem. Her discernment is not good, and her psychological, while she's sleeping and she's in that state, is trying to tell her like, yo, you got shit around you that's messed up. You got, people are this man is driving you off a cliff, not Tyler Perry, the man that you with, baby. So she jumped out the car. And look, all this shit that went down with WeTV, that's going to be hard. People love Tamar, but that's going to be hard for anybody to say like, yo, I want to do business with her, I want to work with her, and then now this drama's coming out, all this other stuff. And so now and then on top of that, it's alleged that the only reason why she was wilding, no, it's not alleged, she said this out of her own damn mouth, only reason why she was wilding about the TV shows because David was upset. So she was driving off that bridge with him, all that crap, driving off the bridge with him, and therefore now she done woke up. And she had a come to me moment. And hopefully she gets it together. And she starts crying because she goes, it's an angel. And she probably realized that the choices that she have made and the decisions that she has made to trust certain people, when they have shown her who they are, she didn't pick up on it. Whether it's, producers, whether it's management, whether it's different things. It seems like she pushed the good people away, and she keeps the people that mean her no good, that really want to use her and don't want to give her any accolades. There are some people that want to work with her, that she loves, and they want to use her name too as well, but at the same time, they're going to respect her, and they're humble about it, but she picks the wrong people. Lord have mercy. So she's over here crying and everything else. She goes, I should have listened. That angel was here to help me. The angel is you, baby girl. The angel is you to help your damn self. And you did. You took the first step by jumping your ass out the damn car. If the dream's actually true. Because you guys, some of you guys in here saying fraudulent over here. Hey, Jane Doe, what's going on? Gossip Girl here, bro. So, you got that situation. And we're gonna have David, and so Tamar is basically like, I'm through with this bullshit. Y'all can keep it moving. Get out my damn house. I was like, Lord have mercy. So what do you guys think about David being upset because Vince is dropping off their son? Do you think your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend, or it could be vice versa, your baby mother or your ex-wife come to your house and drop off your child? Do you think there's something wrong with it if he comes inside the house and drop off your child? You guys are co-parenting. Do you think that that there should be barriers and he should just stay outside, or what the case may be? You guys tell me what you think about that situation. But David's basically upset. And he feeling a certain type of way because he's not happy that Vince is still coming to the crib. He's not happy with that situation, and he wants to control that too as well. And then it's alleged, which came from Tamar, allegedly in text messages, that he does not want Logan to talk about his father. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. But the phone lines is open, baby. Call in and tell me what you got to say. Keep it sweet and short and concise. Let's get into it. Let me know tell me what's on your mind. I'm just like, damn, this is a hell of a situation. But girl, you better get going. We're gonna see how David looks very controlling, and Tamar looks like putty in his hands because she wanted it to be that way. She's not married to him, but she also thinks in an old school way that the man takes care of everything, he controls everything, blase in the third, or whatever way that she saw fit. And basically he takes care of everything like Vince used to do. But you can't put your business, you can't put the things that you need to do in your life that's going to protect your future, that's going to have generational wealth for your child, and a stranger's hand that you only known for 2 years, and you ain't even married to him too as well. And then on top of that, you guys have different religion values when it comes to Tamar's cool with searching for someone to help her with her dreams, but yet David's cool with fornicating, but he's not cool with Tamar asking herself the answers. Crazy. Situation. Straight up and down crazy. Like, Lord have mercy. Help this woman needs all the help in the world. The spiritual guide is like, yo, listen, Tamar needs a break. She needs a break. And he was like, what, is she having a revelation? And they're really sitting there and they believe it. They was like, oh my gosh, she's having a revelation. Because Tamar just broke down and crying. I mean, she felt something. She got an answer for herself. She said she ain't sharing it with nobody. She said, y'all done had everything. Y'all ain't gonna get this, baby. So it is what it is. The next episode is going to be crazy because David going to show his true colors. He going to show a little bit of his colors. You're not going to see all of David's colors. We know Tamar's colors. We know how she acts. We know how she behaves. We know how she goes off the handle. But I think David was taming her a lot. And he wanted to change her more. And you can't get into a relationship thinking that you're going to change somebody. You're going to build them to be the woman that you want. And, you have to have compromise. And it doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of that. He feels like she needs to compromise. There's nothing wrong with him. He's perfect. He's a good man. He got everything that every woman want. He's dark. He got long hair. And he's rich. And so, therefore, and he feels like he's a God gift to women. You know what I mean? So, therefore, you are special, Tamar, because you were with me. Remember that. And also, look what I have done in my life. Blase in the third. So that's a whole nother situation. Saying, does anyone know what David does for a living? He's a financial advisor. No, it's Tony. David seems like a control freak. Lord have mercy. Sweet brown sugar. What's going on? 504. What's going on with your sweet brown sugar? So are y'all liking, do you think David's the problem or do you think Tamar's the problem? Are they both the problem? They are not fit for each other. Hey LSW, what's going on, Gossip Girl? Is Tamar better for living? Lord have mercy, Gossip Girl. Anyone know what David too? Hey Christina, what's going on with you? He ain't all that. He's not attractive at all. I can't, I couldn't do it. Ain't that much money in the world, baby. Shit, I depend on me and myself and I. So I'm going to get with exactly what I'm looking for. And David is not it. And he's out here running his mouth. I was like, in one of my videos I did on Tamar and David, I was like, Tamar, I hope you got a non-disclosure agreement. How come nobody's living their life like 50 Cent? 50 Cent get these non-disclosure agreements on these women and got... Like, if I'm famous, we're gonna have a non-disclosure agreement, straight up and down. If I'm famous, listen, you ain't gonna be out here making a shade room talking shit about me. No sorry. And you know, 50 Cent stopped all his ex from getting on TV talking crap about him. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Norris Tony from Flint.
Hey, what's up, Tony? What's going on?
Hey, I didn't watch the show, but I've been paying attention to all your reviews about Tamar lately and David. And I just want to say that she made a big mistake by getting involved with him as soon as she did. You know, I think she should have took more time to herself and figured out what she wanted in the relationship and what she needed as far as relationship goes and what kind of man would be right for her to bring around her child. And, you know, and I feel like she made another part of her mistake was moving in with him. You don't move in with somebody that you're not married to or engaged to. I just thought that when she bought that house, if she did buy that house with the money that she won on Big Brother, she moved in with him too soon, and I felt like she should have just got a house for her in Logan. And she should have just visited David. You know, he could come around, but he can't stay there. You know, unless we married or unless we engaged. You know, I felt like she jumped the broom with him too quick as far as moving in with him and acting like they're a married couple and having so much or having her son around him so much. And he a control freak to me because if he talking about, well, I don't want Vince coming to the house, I don't want, you know, Logan talking about his father, I'm like, that's signs right there that, you know, he ain't the right man for her. That should be a sign for her to be like, okay, if my ex-husband, like the father of my child, can't come see my baby, then you know, that's a problem because we need to co-parent. You need to accept the fact that that is my ex-husband. You know, I have a child with him. You can't shut him out of his child's life, and you can't stop my child from talking about his father. Like, no, you're not going to do that. Like, you knew who I was, and you knew what I had when you got with me. So it's like now that you seeing it firsthand, you experiencing it. Now you don't want to support it. You don't want to accept it. I would just tell them either you accept what's going on or you can bounce because you're not gonna control me or my life.
He got his ass sitting up on that camera, comfortable than a mother sucker. He act like he was an actor. He was made for this. He act like he's been on the soap operas and working. She should have found somebody else to shoot the show with her. That's what she should have did.
Yeah.
She should have showed David, please don't talk, don't say shit, because once you open your mouth, people gonna know who you are. And Tamar said, you know, in her text messages that, you know, she watched the show and she said, oh my God, he's really a piece of shit. That's what she said. Out of her own mouth to a text message. That's what she said.
Well, this show needed to come out for her to see him for who he was, because I'm glad that these colors are showing now, are coming out now, because, and the reason why is because, think about it, if this show wouldn't have came out and they were engaged, or I think they are engaged, or they were engaged, but if they would have got married, just think about it, if they would have got married, oh my goodness, you know, this would have been coming out during the marriage. I'm like, man, this would have been horrible. You know, you married to this man now, and you experiencing this kind of behavior from him. So I'm thinking maybe it's a good thing that this show did come on. You know, for her to see, you know, this man for who he is, and see that he is not right for her, and see that she needs to just kick him to the curb and move on. That's what she needs to do. She needs to move on with her life and forget about him. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be with him no more.
So with Tamar saying all the things that she has said recently, which was yesterday because David dropped his, you know, shade room video, is it kind of ironic about the phone call on WeTV? Was he basically helping her to do something to hurt herself, allegedly, so they can try to get the contract, you know, null and void and not get the show on air?
Yeah, now that I'm, what makes me believe that that's the case is when you said in your video that in your review, when he said that he would kill her or something like that, or either say depart from this earth. He was gonna take himself and then take her and depart from the earth. See,
that's what she said. He said to her, and then that 911 call. Did he measure the amount she should take of her, you know, alleged, you know, white stuff or whatever it was, and then called 911, and basically it got big, and then Tamar's making all these things saying that I'm a slave, this and that. Did she do that for David? You know, as far as that she went, did she do it for David? Because it seemed like Tamar gave everything to David, and she didn't want to disappoint him. She didn't want one more person leaving her life, but at the end of the day, it's over now. Whether she wants him back or not, it's over.
Yeah, it's like they can't come back from this. They can't.
Nope.
It's like it's murder, she wrote, the pencil broke. That's what my grandma tell me. Stuff like that. You know, but yeah, I think now that he had more to do with, you know, her committing her suicide, because that phone call, that 911 call ain't right. And then he threatened her, and all the things he's been doing behind the scenes has been brought to light. I think because before him, we wouldn't have never thought that she would even consider that, based on what we saw of her on TV. You know, we saw that she would have breakdowns, and she would cry, and she would have a lot of drama. But it's like we never would have thought she would have tried to, you know, end it all. But yeah, he didn't have a lot to do with it. I think that she was blinded by his love, by his, you know, his junk in the bedroom. Because, you know, on that one of them episodes, when they was in that restaurant, we first saw him, they didn't even stay long enough to pay the waitress. They left the money on the table and they ran out of there.
But what about his Christian values? He's so quick to run and jump to the to the room. What about his Christian values, where he doesn't want her to look inside herself and get answers from herself? That's the only thing she's doing with the dream worker. And he's talking about, I don't know if she could do that. Who are you? You ain't her husband. You ain't her father.
No, if he was a real man, he would have been like, you know what, do what I support, whatever you have to do to get right, to feel good about yourself, to make yourself, you know, be healthy and your mind right. Basically, I'm going to support you get right or support you as far as whatever decision you feel is best for your life. Even if I have to take a step back, I will, because I want nothing but the best for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to be secure. And, I'm not going to do nothing to jeopardize your mental health. I'm going to support everything that you do.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Tony.
From. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Are you still there? You still here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I picked up the call too late. So when you go back to this part.
Yes. How old is she? She's not awake.
Okay, can you wake her up? Can you shake her and yell at her? Try to wake her up.
She has a little bit of her eye open.
All right, so like I said, we're on the way. I'm going to stay on the line with you.
Okay, she's been drinking. It's like a half open. She's on medication for depression. I don't know how much. She sent a letter earlier. Anyway, just ask him to hurry.
I'm sorry, sir. You said she's on.
Just ask him to hurry. She's on medication. She takes medication, like she gets anxiety. I don't know if she's taking her medication or what. Or if she was very angry earlier on. She has trouble with the network. She's just a company she's working with, and they did some things today, and no way. Seen this before. I hope this is not.
Okay. Yeah, when they're inside of the same room that you're in, you and I can disconnect. But until then, we have to keep our eye on her breathing, okay?
I wonder if she did that for David. What do you think, Tony?
No, I think he set her up.
He said, she wrote a letter earlier. I think she's upset with the network, and there's more to it, but it's just like, damn.
They must have had an argument that day or a little bit before, or either they must have had some kind of disagreement, a bad disagreement or argument that they're not sharing. Because all of a sudden, I don't think it would have had to take a lot or take something to really trigger her. He must have really said or did something for her to just do that. I don't think she would just do that. I think that he had a lot to do with it. And then what really made that phone call wrong, you didn't play it, but I think I heard he said, We TV is the reason why she, feeling the way she's feeling, or was blaming We TV for her condition.
Yes, he did.
I think you said that in one of your reviews.
He did. Hold on.
Okay, sir.
You fucking network.
Well, she needs some help, sir. You guys should look for some help for her.
And it's come to this.
Right.
When do you get free? At what point are you really free?
You hear him say, at what point are you really free? And Tamar, when she was, before this incident took place, she was talking about being free, being free, being free. It's almost like she was using his words when she was talking. What point do you get free? And she was saying that all through the message that she tweeted out to Twitter and things like that. So I think she was there. I think he had a lot to do with the situation because she didn't want to lose him, because she latched on to him and she didn't want to be abandoned again. And she felt like, I let him into my world, and look, he got hurt too, just like me. And she probably felt so much guilt for it That Hey, Sky Nunu.
Yeah, I seen before she got with him, she was kind of, already kind of broken a little bit, a broken woman because of that relationship she had with Vince, the alleged abuse and, how they got a divorce. I just feel like she didn't take enough time to heal. She didn't take it to let her heart heal. She didn't take enough time to, try to develop self-love. And, she could have went to therapy, one-on-one therapy, and, try to figure out, how to love herself and figure out what tools she needed to, love herself and things like that. She didn't take enough time to herself. So like I said, I feel like she just jumped into the relationship with this dude and talking about how good looking he was, which he looked like a scarecrow, a burnt up scarecrow, if you ask me.
Oh God, you went there. Lord have mercy.
He don't look. He ain't fine as hell, like she said. He ugly and crazy and controlling as hell. That's what it seems like.
All right, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. You have a blessed night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Tony. God bless you and your family. Tony was on point, baby. Yeah, and I know there are some. I know he is a millionaire, but he could be a millionaire. But if he wants fame, that's the issue. Does he want fame? Did he want to build his platform with Tamar? Build it up there because he is a millionaire. He drives a 2013 Rolls Royce because allegedly, Tamar done took the cameras off the car. And he was like, you did $30,000 worth of damage to my car, woman. But it was too soon. It was too soon. And his belief and how he was raised and how he views life and views things, he could have easily just known that, okay, it ain't gonna happen. But Tamar was so weak, she thought that she was gonna be able to fulfill his needs, and she wasn't going to be able to because that's not what she wanted to do. And she was being somebody that she wasn't going to be with this man and that's why this man represents Tyler Perry in The Dream. But also they're going down the hill fast when she jumps off the car, and that's the same thing that actually happened in real life. And to me, he represented all this, but he's not meant for her. And she's not meant for him. They're two worlds apart. And only way that she could satisfy him is to change everything about her and be a whole different person to satisfy what he thinks a woman should be. And she can't do that. You need somebody that's going to love you for your good, your bad, and your ugly. And if they decide to jump into the world of entertainment with you, they need to take the good, the bad, and the ugly, because you can't dictate how the game is played. You can't dictate how WeTV is going to play the game. You can't dictate none of that shit unless, Tamar was an executive producer. And she was able to be in charge of the cutting room floor. Some reality TV stars do have that, but Tamar didn't. Point blank, that man has money. I don't need fame. If I'm a millionaire, fame is a hell of a drug, baby. Fame is a hell of a drug. Look at 50 Cent. He's famous. He can't sit down. He can't take a seat because he don't ever want y'all to forget about his ass. And he ain't going to stop. He going to keep doing it because it's the fame. It's the power that you have with fame and how you can dictate and how people cater to you and how people treat you. Like if David came to my city and my town, we wouldn't know who the hell he was. We wouldn't know he's a financier. We will see him in, his 2013, Rolls Royce. But now if he's on TV and he's pumping with, Tamar, and then they're doing all these Instagram lives, they're on YouTube, they're doing that talk show, they're giving advice, people will recognize him. That's even more. People like to be a lot of people like fame. They like to be recognized. They like for people to cater to them. They like to, when they walk into places, everybody is catering to them and they're the only person in the building. This is why you see celebrities go to Disney World and shut it down. It just be them and their kids because of fame. Lord have mercy. Tamar needs to stop dating the wrong man. Yeah, she got to start, be able, Holmes, be encouraged, Tamar. Amen. Be encouraged. Dawson, he needs to be on top. Is Tamar scared of the nice looking men? I think so, Ralph. Yes. Oh, Brown Sugar 504. Hey, Sky Nunu, Tamar needs self-care and self-love. Amen. Everyone who is rich doesn't mean they want, they don't want anonymity. Doesn't mean that at all. 50 Cent move away from his face and he doesn't love himself. Lord have mercy. 50 Cent is a mess. Black people, whoever can go to traditional psychologists or depression, and look different because society allow it appears vulnerable. I feel you, Christina, and that's been a stigma for so long, but now that stigma is kind of moving away, especially with the younger generation and people like it. And sometimes they made it so cool now, where kids can get help, and there's a lot of different programs too as well. I remember not too long ago, I think it was a year ago, before the pandemic hit, I used to do a lot of advocating and things like that, and had a lot of experience with people, and so they asked me to put together a curriculum of how to deal with adolescents and young people from the ages of 12 to 18, to make it more comfortable for them to be able to be open and talk and be cool, because the curriculum and the plan that they had before, they ran it by me, and I was like, this is terrible. Like, nobody want to do this shit. Come on, you have to do things that you can't do things the traditional way, and things are not being done the traditional way now. But for it not to be done a traditional way, you need to have money. Like Tamar working within herself with this dream doctor, this not doctor, but this dream coach or this dream person. She's able to, like, the way that they're doing, that's counseling, and that's everything else, where the answer's inside her, because a lot of people do have nightmares. A lot of people do have fear of what has happened to them in the past, and they relive it and they dream about it and things like that. So therefore, you have to go outside the box to work with a lot of different people, especially if it's not in your culture, to go seek out help. Lately, I'll say in the past 4 years, it's been more where everyone is saying, oh, go get some help, go talk to somebody. But you also got to pick the right people to talk to, because sometimes, going to see a doctor, going to see a therapist, going to see a psychiatrist, sometimes can be intimidating too as well, especially if the people don't identify with you, or if you listen to how they talk and how they express things when you have conversations with them, you can totally tell what side they on, and you need to get the hell up on. You know what I mean? But in this situation with Tamar, she's going outside the box, and he's not appreciating that, because he believes that she should do it the traditional way, and that's through God. But like Powell said, he's fornicating. Like, he's not having, he's being intimate with Tamar, and they're not married. So what's one sin greater than the other sin? And it's just like, and then the question where I know young people like in their 20s, some young people in their 20s, in their early 20s or their early teens, they don't want the baby mama to come by, or they don't want the baby daddy to come by, but these people are older and they're wealthy. So what is the big idea? It doesn't make any sense why he doesn't want Vince there, does he not trust Tamar? Or he feels like, oh, another man in my woman's house has disrespect, because that's something that he deal with personally that he don't want. And he's telling Tamar she needs to stop it. But yet, he's not compromising with her too as well. And she's been compromising with him for so long. that he's like, yo, the tables are turning. Why you turning the tables? Just like Tiny said, T.I. said about Tiny. He said, I was with Tiny, I was doing this, I was doing that, I could do whatever I want to do. I would lie to her, blasting the third, and she was down with it, she rolled with it. Then all of a sudden, now she want to change, and she want to get power, and she want to tell me I can't do this, and she want to put ultimatums and shit on me. That ain't fair. She changed the game. And I think this is the same situation with David and Tamar, that Tamar changed the game on him, where she started to feel a little bit more empowerment. But I also feel like David felt like, even if he had something to do with the 911 call, I think he felt like it was too much. Regardless, the TV show was a bad idea, made him look bad. But ultimately, I believe his family made the decision for him that you need to walk away. Like, this situation ain't worth it no more. And that's just what it was. And I think David needed a way out. And, them fighting and arguing in the car end up was his way out. I think he wanted out. But I also think Tamar wanted out too as well. I think, David wanted out because at the end of the day, the show still came on air. So that's number one. And I don't think that, him, the way that he presents himself, it's like he doesn't want shame brought upon his family. And after the incident went down and people started making, oh no, is this, is that, oh David, you doing too much, blasé the third, it kind of like, it was all support in Tamar. Then people started saying, oh, I don't know this, I don't know that. And it brought shame to the family. And in his culture, you don't bring shame to the family. A man would never speak to you again. What he seems like his culture could be about bringing shame among the family, especially if the family is not agreeing with this. And basically they said, yo, he wanted a way out, and she wanted a way out too as well. Her tuition was working when she didn't even know she was working, when she was having them dreams. If the dream was even true, that was her tuition. Like, this man that you thought was Tyler Perry, and this tall, dark, well-rounded, down to earth, and educated, finance of the yin yang, is not who you need to be sitting in the car with. And that's why you jumped out, because you was going down a different road. Because the way that Tamar lives and the way that she carry herself and the things that she has to do to be an entertainer will bring embarrassment upon David and his family, and how they feel and how they see certain things and how they think that she should act and how she should be. They want, a situation like the Huxtables for Tamar to be on TV with David, but we on TV. You with Tamar. It's going to be drama. That's all right, Mo. That's okay. You can check the replay. JWI, what's going on? Okay, she said she was lost. She lost herself after the hospital. Then from the real and divorce and her and rushed into it. Right, Johnston. She wanted to win at something and she rushed into it. Because she was so happy to show this man, because sometimes you think that this is the greatest person, especially if you don't believe in yourself and you don't love yourself. You don't think you can do it without yourself. And then on top of that, you tell your sisters, you and your sisters ain't getting along. Your family ain't getting along. You're feeling a certain type of way about them. And now you got this man coming in and and it's like a rescue. Like, whoever rescued her. Her sisters rescued her. A lot of people rescued her because, I guess she was the baby and she was spoiled. And David came in at that intricate moment. And that was it. Because you saw her on Wendy talking about, I love this man, blase the third, blase and everything. And she just ran with it. And she didn't get to know him. And then on top of that, she probably knew for a long time he wasn't it. But she could be afraid to admit failure, that she did it wrong, and then everybody judging her, everybody throwing things at her. Oh, look, you left Vince, look what you did, that was so bad, and now you got this guy and he's supposed to be better. Look at her, you can't never be happy. People are terrible. Check out my comment section when I get cussed out and dragged on my videos. Check it out. She painted David out to be yup. Lord have mercy. He is far from it. He is far from it, baby. He is far from that. He's nowhere close. So Vince and David hang. Oh yeah, I saw the pictures of them hanging out, but he can't be in the house. Are you kidding me? Hey Tay, if I miss your name and I don't call you out, please moderators welcome the new people into the chat because I can't see everybody because I got two screens up. Lord, it's crazy. She painted David to be a Greek god, baby. Ooh, and he ain't. Like he has his own. That's on his own beliefs. Like you can't come in the house, dude. You better be glad the baby daddy's there. You know, the child father's there. Like, Lord. Now, Tamar's out here talking to the blogs, saying this about David. David talk about, I can't talk about the situation no more. It's done because it's criminal charges. I was like, damn, he's going to really press charges against her? Oh, yes. He said he's pressing charges, baby. He said he want his $30,000. I was like... And it was on the way to the mental facility, so you know there's something wrong with her. You know that she ain't right. I wouldn't argue with her. He said no, she grabbed the steering wheel. She said no, she didn't. He did this to her. So it's back and forth. First of all, WeTV should have rented her a big house, and they should have rented her a house where it wasn't her home, and try to make it a little bit better that way, because she didn't want them people in her house, and that's the problem. You know, she doesn't really want to do this WeTV show. That's another problem too as well. But she was going to be in it to win it because she was trying to jumpstart everything that she tried to start too as well. But she didn't want them all up in the house. She should have did like Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, stayed up in the hotel and called it a damn day. Some people said they was staying in the hotel, so I don't know. Yeah, yes, Miss Joseph, exactly. How off you can't even come in for a little bit, but that's it. Nope, Ralph, you can't come in. While David couldn't even sacrifice 45 days for her. I think he was going to be able to do the 45 days if he wanted to, but he looked deep inside the situation and he went to go do research with his family, and they said it's not of God. Basically, they said it's the devil, and he don't want that. You know what I mean? Which it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's terrible when people interpret the Bible wrong. Then they try to take their views and put it on you. Because if God is in you, then you asking yourself the answer because she's interpreting her dreams. So therefore, if God is in you, she's asking God in her the answers to the questions to her dreams. But he's saying, his people saying it's witchcraft. They say witchcraft. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, you know, the religion in Nigeria or, you know, Lagos wasn't Christianity. That was something that was brought there. You know what I mean? That wasn't the first thing, you know, in Lagos, in Africa was, you know, Christianity. No, it was brought there by the people that, you know, travel around the world and get people to join their religion. She did show the photo of her bruised arm. She did show that. She did show a photo of her bruised arm and everything else like that. Blase in the third. But Tamar's not an easy cookie to deal with. She needs a special kind of guy. She needs a guy that almost has identical background. She needs a guy that understands the plight of this woman. And you can easily understand the plight of this woman. Just watch her on TV. And you'll know exactly what you can do and what you can't do and what you're going to get. But she's not easy. She's a difficult person. Did you see that producer working with her? And you can see that the fight has, you know, kind of like left her. Maybe the fight is back. But baby, you got this A1 producer in there, like top producer, and you can't even sing, baby. All of a sudden something's wrong with your voice. You got all these complaints. You got all this other stuff. Like, shit, let's just do music. Let's just make it work. Let's get back on the charts. Let's make music that's gonna save some souls. She didn't even have that in her. She was worried about the anxiety. So she stops her own self. She said it. She goes, I feel like I'm choking every day. Like my nerves, my anxiety, everything else. She probably have panic attacks too as well. Is in my throat. No, it's only why is it a joke? Men suffering from. Oh yeah, men do suffer from abuse. That they do. She was chasing fame. Very true. Self-sabotage. And when you don't even know you're sabotaging yourself, as some people don't even know that they're sabotaging themselves. You know, you could say, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to do this project, I'm going to write this report. You write this report, you do the project, and then the project, you know, you get it there, and all of a sudden you drop the project. Or, you know, the written essay that you submitted, you got all types of spelling errors, and then on top of that, you know, there's, you know, commas not there, the periods are not what's supposed to be, the capital letter, compound sentence, fragment sentence, run-on sentence, but you really thought that you did everything that you needed to do, but you was daydreaming while you was doing what you were supposed to do. Your mind was somewhere else, and so therefore when you turned in the final product, it failed. But you don't know why you did that, because your mind was too busy chasing your past and not your future. So, yep, that's the situation. Any more call-ins? Anybody else going to call in? If not, we going to call it a night. Joe Budden's basically now is saying that men get abused and he's battered. But there's a lot of men that have been battered and they don't speak out about it because they seem weak. There's some men that won't put their hands on a woman point blank, period. And some women take advantage of that too as well. I know, Camilla. She said she was shy. Like, shy what? I was just making it difficult to see if he was going to jump through hoops for her. Because that's what she used to. But she ain't the same Tamar with the machine behind her. Like she said, she is by herself. And she may have chose to be by herself, where her family's not there. Oh, that's all right, Beth. Next time, yeah, call in. Don't worry about it, baby. It's all good. Joe is nasty. I know, Mo. I know. I know. Joe. But Charlamagne, I gotta check out Charlamagne. He tore up Joe. He tore Joe up bad on his podcast. I think it was Brilliant Idiots. So we're going to see if Joe going to respond to that situation. Like, it's crazy. Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate y'all, for real, for real. You know, so we'll be back here next week talking about this. We're going to see what's going to happen with David. Let's see if he's going to talk about the situation. Especially when, you know, it's going to not look so good to him, because that's going to be coming up too as well. So I'm just like, damn. It shit seems bad though. And then David talking about, he was like, yo, Tamar recorded me. He was like, Tamar recorded the situation. Then they sent the videos to my family. I was like, damn, what's up with that? Like, that shit's crazy too as well. But you can't tell me y'all guys think Tamar got a full deck. You dealing with a full deck with Tamar. There's no way no one watched this show and thought Tamar is dealing with a full deck. There's some cards missing, baby. There's no way. I don't think that I'm going to watch this show. Oh shit, I'm in it to win it, baby. I'm going to watch this shit, because then you have your answers. Thank you, Mary Jane, and everyone. It's been real as always. Thank you, Saunders. Go save the people. We got a first responder in the building. Christina, thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really do appreciate it. Cards and dice missing, Beth. Lord have mercy. I will continue to support you, Mary Jane, no doubt. Thank you so much, Christina. So sad, yeah. But you're going to get to see a lot of things. And then also, it'll probably help a lot of people deal with other people too as well. You know what I mean? Because what is smiling, what looks so good and got money, this and that person could be very hurt and broken inside. And sometimes when people, you know, deliver or show you certain behaviors, it's because they in pain sometimes. And sometimes everything moves so fast. We got so much going on that we basically shy away from that person, or don't give that person another chance, or try to, you know, encourage them. And you'll see that she needs encouragement. She looks fine on the outside. That's what they say about us black women. Oh my God, you so pretty. You look so good. You look so healthy. You so strong. You speak up your mind. You this, you that. I don't see nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Hell, there'd be a whole lot wrong with us, but we can't show the world. We can't show the world what we going through. We can't break down because we're fighting. We got our families on our back. We're carrying a load. We're carrying all types of load. Then on top of that, you're carrying abuse. You're carrying neglect too as well, and then on top of that you're dealing with racism and being discriminated against too as well at the same damn time. We carry a lot and people don't understand that, and they see us and they be like, oh, you're just so strong, because we look like power, because we are power. But sometimes we need love, sometimes we need a hug, sometimes we need that support too as well. And you know, Tamar looks so strong. Oh, she can read. Oh, she can get at you, but she's actually broken and hurt inside. And this is what we're actually seeing, as if we can actually dive deep into it and look into it. Tamar's many black women, we ain't like Tamar, like, you know, we ain't rich like her and we don't be acting like her, but a lot of us go through so much and we're carrying a world on our shoulders and every regret, and we're trying to survive and save everybody that's around us and help everybody, and then nobody thinks that you need help. Nobody thinks that you're weak, because all they see is a stallion, all they see is power. But we can be broken inside too as well. Her family deflecting and just say that's just Tamar without ever acknowledging her abuse. That's toxic. Yeah, she don't want to even deal with her family no more like that. Carson, did anyone see David making his mom carry? You know what? I didn't pay attention to it, but everybody was talking about that, and somebody left that in my comments, and I died when they said, yo, like they said, what did they say? Somebody in the comments said this shit, and I rolled over on the floor. They was like, you can tell he's a narcissist because he's making his mother carry the bag. I was like, Lord have mercy. I didn't even notice that. Oh, somebody said that too. I was just like, Lord have mercy. Where is it? Let's see if this is it. I don't know. Oh no, that's not it. I think I deleted it. I think I did delete it. Did I delete it? I may have deleted it. I think I did. It's in my other folder. But yeah. Someone left a comment and I died. They was like, he's a narcissist. See, he thinks highly of himself. Look at him making his mother carry that heavy bag while she walks in that sand. I fell on the floor. I don't even know. I think the video's in my other folder. The family dark secrets. Oh yeah, the pastor kids, a whole lot of things. Like the pastors that I know with kids, oh Lord have mercy, their daughters was out here dangling it. Their daughters was out here wilding. And then they all got, they all had children at a young age. The sons were out there in the streets. And then you had the other pastors, to try to keep up this front, to keep up this good look and not, talk about their sexuality when you can just see it and know it. So it was being a preacher's kid is a very tough thing to be, because you're judged by the neighborhood, you're judged by the community, and then there are also some people that are jealous of you too as well. I remember like the pastor long time ago, I don't do church no more. The pastor had to get up, he had to bring his daughter to the front of the church and lay hands on her and have everybody pray, because they hated his daughter. They hated her. Because, she had a wealthy father. She was a beautiful girl. She had long hair down her back. Black, beautiful girl. And she could sing her ass off. And people just hated anything. Her dress is too short. How come she don't got lotion on her legs? I mean, they was just so mean. And then you have the other pastors where their kids was out here doing everything, would be outside in the back of the church, drinking, So being a pastor kid is very difficult too as well, because you get judged. And I felt, I felt bad for the girl. We was the same age and shit. I felt bad for her because I was like, damn, I'm so glad I don't got that spotlight on me like that, because I'm going to be me. Only thing I could do is be me. I always been me. Like, if there's a better me to work on me to be better, I would do that and work on that. But I can't put on no airs and act like I'm this and that. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I'll pray for you. I'll stay away from you. Like, I'm going to be real with you. And I was always like that as a teenager and stuff like that. But she would have to suck it up because that was her father. I wish, like, church people sometimes, they could be, I remember they was like, you can't wear pants to church. What? I was like, Lord have mercy. Oh, I remember them days, boy. Remember them days. My mama kept me in church. My daddy kept me in church. They kept me in church. Bible study, prayer night, revival, choir rehearsal, all types of stuff. It was going on at the church every time. Selling dinner plates. Oh my God. I remember, but California was the worst. I was at church in California from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. New Year's, holidays, we was in church all day long. I couldn't wait till I was old enough to say I don't want to go to church. I couldn't wait when I could say when I was old enough to say I don't want to go to church. I couldn't wait. T, what's up? T Spill, what's going on? I am in PK and trust people with the most sin to the most judging, but like my dad tells people, if you are the worst kid, then why your kid in trouble? They want to talk about mental health. They don't even, only a lot of past, I don't know about, like I said, I don't go to church, but when it comes to, I say TD Jakes, there's been allegations that TD Jakes, there's been allegations against him, but he's the only pastor that I have heard that's been, on social media that has updated his sermon, where his sermon and what he preach about, is God here, but he's really telling you how to work on your mind, how to, manifest things. And in church, regular church, they don't teach you that. So, you have to update with the times. And I don't know, maybe y'all go to church or whatever, but he's the only one that I know that has updated what he says to people to actually make it and thrive, because you got to manifest what's in you. He's the only one. The rest of them still be with the same shit that I've been hearing for years. He's the only one that I know have updated, to actually empower you mentally and empower your soul and empower yourself to manifest the things that you want. Okay, yeah, call on God, but do this and do that. Like, so he's the only one that I know has just updated instead of just preaching the same thing, reading the same scripture with the same meaning that they heard when they was a child. What happened, Christina? All day, girl. Somebody said sorry, Christina. I'm trying to figure out why. They are so judgmental in the churches. Let me tell you, I brought a bunch of kids to church. Bunch of kids that were, in the streets. So their dress up clothes was Timbs, jeans, and everything else. They combed their hair, they got dressed. And because I was, I was a Bible thumper at one point in time. So I got the kids. I got respect from the young people. Got the kids to the church. And that pastor sat there and talked about their clothes. His sermon was about their clothes. Then I brought another girl to church. She had 7 kids. We worked together. She had 7 kids. All that could have been kids and Bible study and everything. She comes there. She has 7 kids with her. She's a young single black woman with 7 kids. The pastor did a sermon on being a single mother and having kids without a wedlock. And she was like, "Girl, I ain't never coming back to this church." And she hasn't been to church since. And so I had to tell them about their self. I told them about their self. And then I brought another person to church, which was kind of homeless and kind of not, but he always worked in the neighborhood. I brought him to church. and they kept him. They seen the error of their ways. But I know they was talking shit on the low, but they treated him so well that, you know, he stayed in church and he was delivered for a long time from substance abuse. Black sheep in your family because of church. I'm the black sheep too as well, because I don't do none of that. None of that. Christina, you don't have to tell me. Lord, trust me, I know. I feel like I need to do a support group for pastor kids. Shaking my head. I think you do, because I know all the pastor kids that I knew growing up. The shit was crazy. Like, they been through some shit, and then I know it was difficult because them women were mean. And the guys was touchy and feely in the church. At the church that I went to, we didn't have any, like, you know, thing going on with the LGBT community. It was the men chasing a young woman, and it was the older woman chasing a young man. That's what we had going on. Anything that keeps you chained and enslaved, I do not want no parts of it. Amen, baby. But it's only way that you... It's how you read the Bible, it's how you interpret it too as well, because the Bible has been written many times, and then a lot of the stories from the Bible has been borrowed from a lot of different other areas in life or religions too as well, because, you know, people will say, oh, Jesus stands for Obatala and stuff like that, you know. Then you have people that are Buddhists will say, oh, this is that. You even have Muslims says, oh, this character in the Bible is that character. So it's all how you treat it, you know, because you don't just want to know one book. You want to know all the books. Like, you want to master Christianity or know the Bible, and then, you know, just the spiritual world or anything else, but just know everything, because you never know what might work for you. But never throw away the Bible, because the Bible always got the power in it too as well. It's all how your mind interprets it, where you are actually God reading the Bible, because God is in you. But you want to know every religion. You want to know everything, because you never know what might work for you or somebody that you do know. But if you only know one book, what did Bobby Hemmett say? What did he say? He said, a fool only knows one book. You have to be versatile. But that's it. We got into religion. Let's keep it moving. Thank you guys so much for coming through. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate you coming through. Christina, thank you for the donation. Tony, thank you for calling in. Christina, Nunu Sky, Virtuous Woman Beth, and Ralph Esco, Miss Nina Bug. I didn't even see you, baby girl. Thank you for joining. Peep Squad, thank you for joining the membership, Miss Nina Bug. I do appreciate that. T-Spill, what's up with you? What's going on? It's good to see you. Mo, it's good to see you too. Camilla, it's good to see you. Simpson, it's good to see you. Thank you guys for coming through. I really do appreciate it. Carson, Beth again, Camilla, April, what's up with you, baby? What's going on? Thank you guys. And also Sanders, thank you for coming through. And if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I'm going up the list to make sure. SLW, what's going on? It's good to see you. Norris, Tony, Christina Bay, what's going on? How you doing? Who else? Uzi, you could have called. The number was on the screen, baby. I'm sorry, I didn't see the comment. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. Miss Joseph, thank you for coming through. Christina, once again, thank you for the super chat. Miss Nina Bug, thank you for joining the membership. I appreciate it. Johnson, thank you for coming through. So I think I got, close to everybody I possibly could get. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a blessed night. JWI Health. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Sanders, y'all giving Tamar way too much credit. Sanders ain't no joke. She don't be playing around. Hey, but you know what? We see what we see on TV. And Tamar's not easy to deal with, baby. She said we giving her too much credit. Thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Oh, Uzi, I wish I would have known. You could have called in. Once I put the number on the screen, call, baby. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate your support and always coming through. Ralph, I really do appreciate you. For real. Sky Nuno, I appreciate you guys. Miss Nina Bug, I appreciate you. Christina, I appreciate you. Norris Tony, I appreciate you too as well. You know, I appreciate all of you guys coming through. Mo, I appreciate you going to the video, leaving comments. I do, baby. God bless.